What's up, guys? How we doing today? Happy Monday. Hope you guys are having a wicked day. Hope you guys had a fantastic weekend. Hope your weekend was better than mine. Although the weekend was great, the fantasy football matchups didn't go quite as planned. Oh, I'm so butthurt, man. Even though that one right there would give me 18 more points, I made a couple of moves this week that I shouldn't have. Not that I shouldn't have. It was just I should have made different moves than the moves that I made. I was so butthurt over that. What's up? Oh no. Yeah, you're good. All right. What's up, guys? Join the fan club. Hell yeah. Setting heart me. Shit yeah. Join the fan club. Hell yeah. Let's do it. Waiver wire pickups. Yeah, these dudes gotta have some games today. Should have kept fuck. I thought that Bills game was gonna go completely different. I didn't even get nothing on that one. Nimble, what's happening? Thank you for joining me. Hope you're having a wicked day. I have a very important State of the Union address. I'm pooing. Nice. Excellent. Glad to hear it. Thanks for the update. I hope everything is flowing well. All right. So now we go into the playoffs. What are we doing in the playoffs? Is there any pickup? There's no pickups though, eh? Fuck, Travis Kelsey hurt me last night. Yeah, not playing DK was apparently a bad move. Played Keon Coleman and that didn't work out. How did that not even work out? This dude got friggin' damn 10 TikToks and a roses. That's wicked. Thank you so much. Finger heart. Oh yeah. Send that finger heart. Oh yeah. Thank you, buddy. You're wicked. That's awesome. Nibble neck for the win. Rocking out. Brian, thank you so much. You guys are awesome. That is fantastic. Sent a hat and a mustache. Yes. I would wear that if they would let me. If they could put it on that, I would wear that. Hell yeah. It's in your gift gallery. All right, I got to check that out. How do I do that? Make it a sombrero. That's what I will do. Yes. They would let me wear that. I would wear it. Hell yeah. Been on this ad for do. Then the purple banner. All right, I will do that for sure. That's wicked. Do you think Lamar is getting back to normal? Actually, you know what? Lamar looked pretty good yesterday. I mean, for the first time in a long while, it was the defense that kind of gave up, and the offense was doing pretty well. So, uh, I think he is on his way, right? He was off for what, 4 or 5 weeks? So like at the same time, you gotta know that he, it takes some time to get back to game readiness, right? So, but I don't know. I liked what I saw there. I mean, I don't know. That touchdown will be debated. It probably won't even be debated. They don't care. I think it was a touchdown. That was dumb, man. Guy catches it 2 feet down, and then they say he didn't get his third foot down. What? We only have 2 feet. What do you mean third foot? Get out of here. Also, you had possession in the end zone, and it broke the plane. You don't have to get no 3rd feet down, breaking the plane. What does this even mean? And then people wonder why. Yeah, people wonder why they think it's rigged. Well, that sounds rigged to me. You didn't get your 3rd foot down. Are you kidding me? But if I catch the ball and have 2 feet inbounds and reach, and it breaks the plane, that's a touchdown. You have to take 3 steps after you catch it. No, you don't. He was in the maybe after you catch it, but in the end zone, it's a touchdown. Get out of here with that. Are you kidding me? You just catch the ball in the end zone, 2 feet down, boom, with 3rd step. For what? Where am I going? I'm in the end zone. I don't have to take no damn 3rd step. What are you talking about? That doesn't make any sense. Get out of here with that. In the field of play, okay, yeah, I could understand that. But even in the field of play, I don't understand that. Because he clearly had possession on the ground. He totally had control. What are you talking about? He had control, and then the guy popped it out. But he had control on the ground, 2 feet, in the end zone. In the field of play, I would say that's a catch and a fumble. But in the end zone, that's a touchdown. Like, you caught it. End of story. You're in the end zone. That's a touchdown. Get out of here with that. He did have control. 100% had control. Then lost control because it got knocked out. So that's where I say in the field of play, that's a catch and a fumble. That's how they would treat it, for sure. Defenders would be jumping all over that ball. Same with offensive players if they've got any sense of it. But in the end zone, that's a touchdown. No way. Like, no way. Anything other than that. 3rd step. Get out of here. Anyways, we move on. I could have used that touchdown too. But I also could have used it to Mark Andrews. Is JT cooked? I mean, probably. Hey, Lamar joined the chat. Ask Lamar himself. We're debating whether that was a catch. I think it was. I think JT is cooked. I think a backup quarterback coming in. If I'm on defense at this current moment, I'm putting all of my defenders on stopping the run. Would you give me the best chance? So, like, I would put all my defenders on stopping the run and force this guy to throw. And then if he can throw, we kind of readjust. But the boxes are going to be stacked against JT right now. So I think, I don't know, who do they play next week? Because that's the first week of playoffs. I don't know. Shane, I'm down 17. I have Smith and Johnson. Would you give me the best chance? I mean, in theory, yeah, I would. So in that bottom league right there with 69, I need 60 points from Jalen Hurts and Devontae Smith. So together, they need to get me 60. So I'm up for that. Let's have Smith get nuts tonight. Hell yeah, wicked. I'm down. That being said, I think Smith has a good chance of doing well. I don't know Johnston, man. Like, I don't know how much we can trust him. I don't know, man. I don't. I mean, in theory, it should be fine, right? 17 points, 8, 9 each, 3 catches for 50 yards, 4 catches, 50 yards, 3 catches for 60 yards. Should be easy. Oh my god, trust me, dude. Like I said, that league I have the Jalen Hurts and Devontae Smith stack. It's terrible. Like it's actually brutal. I don't like it at all. I don't even really know why I thought that would be good in the first place. But the funny part is I'm in first place in that league. So like fantasy football, right? But yeah, no, you're not wrong. They are hard to trust. I do feel like the receivers are better than they've been because they've kind of been getting that squeaky reel treatment, and like they're getting peppered more, which kind of hurts Dallas Goedert's stock. And for whatever reason, Saquon stinks now. Like, so yeah, I'm not really sure. I think I drafted Barkley for the first round, trading for a second. Heyo. Honestly, I didn't have any shares of Saquon Barkley, and this kind of makes me believe that this is the Madden curse because I don't have any shares of Saquon Barkley anywhere. I'm in actually 4 different leagues, but the other league I'm out of the playoffs, so I didn't really care to add that one. And I didn't draft him anywhere because I am a firm believer in the Madden curse, and I don't like to wish anything on anyone, right? I don't like to wish injuries or hope for injuries or anything, but the Madden curse is undefeated, right? And I don't know. He's been healthy, so maybe this is the Madden curse in a different form. He just is stinky as your first round pick, and you would have drafted him what 5th overall, 4th maybe, sometimes 3rd, right? Christian McCaffrey, nah. Give me Saquon Barkley. Jonathan Taylor, nah. I need Saquon Barkley. Even like receivers, like Puka Nakua, no, that guy's not going to be very good anymore. Like, I need Saquon Barkley. I just laugh at some of the draft picks that happen now. If I'd have told you this stuff in August, if I'd have even said this stuff to myself in August, I'd think I was nuts. Yet here we are. Honestly, next week, who does Philadelphia play? I don't know. Can you start Saquon Barkley in the first round of the playoffs? I mean, they are playing Philadelphia, or sorry, Las Vegas. So I mean, if there's ever a week where he's gonna go like he's gonna give you what you need, it's at home against Las Vegas. That being said, Las Vegas, that over under total is set at 38.5 right now. No way. So they're expecting Saquon to run all over the place. That's what it sounds like. They're expecting low scoring. That's funny. So yeah, maybe you could, I guess, in that instance. But like if they're playing, who do they play next week? Washington. Actually, you know what? That was the one thing about Philadelphia. They kind of have a really good schedule going forward. So that's why I kind of kept AJ Brown when he was telling everybody to get rid of him. I actually traded for AJ Brown in my one league. Didn't work out because I missed the playoffs, but it worked. It helped. Man, I went from 0-7. We started 0-7, and I was like, "Are you kidding me? Like, how do I even start 0-7?" Hampton or QJ tonight. I mean, you probably got to go Hampton. Is he active? I haven't heard anything that he's active. Obviously, if he's inactive, the answer is QJ. That that goes without saying. But at the same time, I think Hampton is probably the answer. Yeah, still nothing. Questionable for Monday, still on IR. I mean, technically, Jaden Reed was questionable up until yesterday, and he played, did fairly decent. Jacksonville's defense, man, they did well. Actually, anybody playing here? Oh shit, eh? Can I get them anywhere? No, only in this league. I have Cleveland going. Cleveland was supposed to do really well this week. That's okay. I didn't really care anyways. Playing Chicago next week. Oh hey. I don't know then. Do we want to do Chicago? Cleveland against Chicago? Actually, the one guy said Denver's defense was projected to get 16 points. Damn, they got 15. Oh, return touchdown. That's hilarious actually. We were laughing at that. Kevin, how frightened are you with the Ravens rest of the season, considering they have to play their daddies? Oh, damn. This guy's bringing out the friggin' Pedro Martinez on me. Well, what else can I say? Then they are my daddy, right? If they have proven it. Honestly, I don't even really know. Like, I'm not. Lamar looked good last night. As much as, like, for the first time in a while, it was the defense that let them down. And so Lamar looked, decent. I think that was a touchdown, 100%. I don't understand this third step rule. What in the end zone? Why do I have to take 3 steps in the end zone? I'm in the fucking end zone. Get out of here with that. So if that's a touchdown, then it's a completely different game, right? I don't know if it ends up that they win, but it's a different game at that current moment. So yeah, I think they're kind of like Kansas City this year in the sense that they're just a little bit off. Like you saw Kansas City last night. I don't know if you watched the game, but I watched the game. Kansas City last night just a little bit off. Like even Travis Kelce just bobbling, then the interception. Rashee Rice wide open, just drops it. Just a little bit off, right? So I mean, if they can correct it, excuse me, it'll be really good. Like I said, for the first time in a while, it was the defense that kind of let them down. So I was a little bit shocked by that. The offense actually had a relatively good showing. As much as they couldn't finish drives, they they went far enough to at least get points, right? So as a Steelers fan, that was a TD. Hell yeah. Dude, honestly, like, see, and my thought is in the field of play, that would be a catch and a fumble. Like, and that's how they would play it. Like, the defense would play it like that. The offense would probably play it like that if they had any sense, right? So, like, in the field of play, that's a catch and a fumble. I don't understand this third step rule. Like, he had the catch, control, and was down with 2 feet and then the ball came out. Like then it got popped out. Like that was a good play by Porter. Don't get me wrong. All across the board, it was a good play. But like in the field of play, that's a catch with control and a fumble. Like a good play by the defender to fumble. But in the end zone, that's a touchdown, man. Like 2 feet down, caught it, touchdown. What's third foot? What? I don't even have 3 feet. Then people like wonder why they say that the league is rigged. It's like, what is your interpretation even of a catch then? If that's not a catch, third foot. Like I don't even like because like if I catch it on the sideline, 2 feet down, reach that's a touchdown. Breaks the plane. That's catch 2 feet, reach, touchdown. None of this third foot stuff happens there. What like I don't even know like where to go with that. That's a terrible rule. Like that's a terrible interpretation of a rule. It's also a terrible explanation by everybody. Like they're just like, "Oh yeah, third foot. Oh yeah. Oh, that's what you saw, eh? Oh, we'll go to our rules expert. That's what you saw, right? Oh yeah, well, he's got to catch it at 3 like what? Nobody says like that's a catch? 2 feet down? Touchdown? What do you mean? Obviously, Baltimore is going to say it's a touchdown, and Pittsburgh is going to say it's not a touchdown. But like, we are. have eyes. Like you Steelers fan, like it's not. This isn't a fan of either team, right? And I'm not saying if it was with the Steelers, I would say the same thing, right? That's a touchdown, like, and to me, in the field of play, that's a catch and a fumble. So like, I don't understand it, not at all. And then that's a completely different game going forward, right? So I don't know, man. The problem is like all these guys, they just have there's so much on this like need to know, need to be perfect, and so much like not so much politics, but so much language involved in their rules when like you look at it and you're like, that should be that way. And then they're like, oh, well, because of this, and then he's got to do that, and this and that. And then they've got like this lengthy explanation. But it's like, dude, no, we're looking at it. Like anything. I'm like anything. Pass interference, the guy drills them, helmet to helmet contact, right? Like, I don't know. Their rules are kind of stupid. But I mean, at the same time, then you look at it because like it's not just like a football thing anymore. It's like legit politics now. And like to a certain extent run by the mafia. You see it in their advertising. Everything's brought to you by FanDuel, Bet365, DraftKings Arena. You know what I mean? Like it's all gambling now. So like they have to have the rules in specific place that there's no black and white, or they think there's no black and white as much as there is black and white because your rules don't make fucking sense. So like, but that's the way it needs to be because of the gambling aspect of it. It's like a whole nother aspect that is brought into it. Fantasy football is huge, right? So like, we don't really care that much. We care about our fantasy stats. I would have liked it to have been to Andrews, but that's a catch. And I don't care, it just from a fantasy aspect, you're like, I want that points. How's that not a catch? Also, yes, I did have Baltimore minus 6.5, so there's that. But that's the thing. I don't know. I don't know. Whatever. It is what it is at the end of the day. I mean, they're not going to change it. And if anything, even if they try and change the rule or make it better or different or anything, it's just going to be stupid. they're not going to like it's not like they're going to go and make it any better. You know what I mean? And so that's the thing also. It's like you're like, I want you to change this, but we know from history that even if you change it, it's not going to make it better. If anything, it's just going to be more confusing. Like, oh, you need a third foot. What? What? My team dropped 80 points, bud. That's my team up top right there, 80.3. This guy even started Tyrod Taylor, which got him minus 2 points, and I still lost. I'm so butthurt in that league, man. Oh, I got 80 points and I lost by 20. So first thing, I dropped Jake Bates for Evan McPherson, kicker from Cincinnati. Lost out on 15 points right there. Boom. So bitter. Then right before the game, I was about to change. I had Washington's defense playing Minnesota. I was about to change Washington's defense for Minnesota because they were at home. And I was like, nah, it's probably going to be like the same thing, give or take. They're probably both going to get like 10 points. Messed that one up. Yeah. Anyways, I'm not done bitching, John. But then, freaking, I picked up Jaden Daniels. So excited to start him. 2 points and then an elbow injury, which is bullshit because I was going to pick up JJ McCarthy too, and he got 18 points. So, and now that loss, I'm pretty sure knocks me out of the playoffs. So, trust me, man, I'm bitter. Now, also, do you see my point total? I'm 69. That's wicked. I actually don't want to get any more points, but I need 60 points to get first place. Jalen Hurts and Actually, that's gonna suck. I'm gonna play you too, right? Because friggin' we both have the highest scoring point totals in the league, so why wouldn't we play each other? Right? Egbuka 3, Breeze 4, Terry 7. Ah, that sucks, man. I was so excited to start Terry. Man, Jaden Daniels back. Terry looked good last week. I was so excited to start him. For real, for real. I mean, Egbuka, it's not that we saw it coming, but I was on the side of how do we even like start him with any sort of confidence. Dude, so is my team. That sucks. You know, it's funny. I bet the winner of our matchup is gonna win for real. Because yeah, my team's killing it, dude. You're done though. I have Christian McCaffrey. It's not even a thing. You and your Pukaki party. But that's the thing, man. I don't know how we started Egbuka with any sort of confidence. I mean, I understand you probably didn't have too many other options. Bye weeks right before playoffs. Like, get out of here, man. We're from second to sixth. Ah. Actually, it looks like I'm gonna go from first to probably like fifth. Maybe no. Maybe third. Actually, that's true. Yeah, so we will play each other. Yeah, I'll probably go to third. Hoping for a Philly miracle. The Minnesota Miracle. Best team name ever. Yeah, I know mine is. Look, McCaffrey hurts. We talked about the Browns hating Shador for that 2 point. I'm a Baltimore Ravens fan. I will talk about hating Cleveland all day long. What do we hate him for this time? We do hate Shador. And who knew that the answer to everybody's problems was just pick up Shador Sanders and play him? What, 38 fantasy points? 36 points? Like, yeah. Oh, who should I play? Joe Burrow or Josh Allen? Neither. You should play Shador Sanders. Ravens fan. Yeah, it didn't actually feel too good. Actually, I got another guy yelling at me who's a Steelers fan. Must be a Steelers fan. Goddamn Steelers fan come out of the woodworks when you guys beat Baltimore, right? But any other time, yeah. Lamar ain't washed. That was a touchdown. Get out of here. And then we win. Are you kidding me? Get out of here. No way. What's your record? I don't know. What are we? 6-6? We're a game back. I don't care. You guys are done. Aaron Rodgers sucks. Aaron Rodgers is a terrible quarterback. He's like he's like the old man that comes back to the high school to like boss everybody around. And he just looks like angry out there. I couldn't even imagine being his teammate. Like, nah. They suck. Pittsburgh sucks. I like how Pittsburgh fans all come out when you guys win. I love Shador, but they care. They pulled him and put Judkins under center for the 2 point at the end. I mean, Judkins is really good, so I don't hate that move at all. Who cares when the Broncos are top? Yeah, you beat Las Vegas. Yeah, good for you. Rodgers' game yesterday was any game that Lamar played in a month. Yeah, that's because he came back from an injury. Easy there, big fella. What's your record over the last month, right? So we're on the up. You guys are on the down. And for the first time in a while, it was our defense that let us down. And the offense actually did well. And if that, I don't even understand why that wasn't a touchdown. The guy didn't have fucking. What was the score of the Ravens Steelers? I'm assuming we lost. They had Lamar. Oh. Who had more points, Rodgers or Lamar? Actually, that's a good question because Lamar had 26.
Thank you for listening.
He did well. 23. There you go. Lamar had more points. Exactly. Look, if you didn't have to have 3 feet on the ground, then it would have been a touchdown and we would have won. So your stupid ass rules are stupid and don't make any sense. Dude's got to have 3 steps in the end zone. Yeah. No, that's not rigged at all. No, especially when it's brought to you by DraftKings. Broke my heart to sit Justin Jefferson. Man, you know what? I played Justin Jefferson, but I understand that I understand benching Justin Jefferson. That probably that would break my heart. I wouldn't even do it. And honestly, Oliver gets 2 touchdowns. Like that should have been to Jefferson. I don't understand why it wasn't, but Lamar is washed. He's slow now. Shouldn't have left it that play though to decide the game. Lamar needs to be better. Yeah, I know you're not wrong, but no, that play was earlier in the game, man. If that touchdown sticks because their stupid thing is dumb, I also don't understand why we don't just give it to Derrick Henry 35 times a game and just let him run all over everyone. Like we've got the best, especially in the dark. Like for real, have fun watching the Steelers in the playoffs. Nobody wants to watch the Steelers in the playoffs. Like, let's get real here. That doesn't even sound fun. Also, you guys are gonna probably play like Houston or Denver and just get completely freaking smashed, like annihilated. It's not even gonna be cool to watch. But yeah, I don't understand why we don't just give it to Derrick Henry. Kyrie Ravens fan excuses. All day. All day. It's all good. Hell yeah. Steelers are the worst playoff team. They're terrible. Especially with Aaron Rodgers. Like, man. I don't even want to watch Aaron Rodgers. Like, he's such a grumpy old man out there, and he just looks terrible. But I honestly don't understand why we just don't feed Derrick Henry like 35 times, 40 times a game. Clearly, there's something off with Lamar, and we weren't really ever out of that game until we started not using Derrick Henry, and then we couldn't use Derrick Henry because we were too far down. So, like, I will give you though, the Steelers defensive line, Watt and what is it, Highsmith, Haywire, those guys are really good. Defense has always been good. And then since you moved what's his face, Fitzpatrick to safety, Minka. Honestly, though, like the problem in Baltimore, yeah, you say Lamar can't throw, but who's he throwing to? Like for real, like we don't have anybody. What, DeAndre Hopkins? He was good like 5 years ago. That was cool. That's a cool experiment, but yeah, he's definitely still hurt. But like at the same time, like who's our receiving core? You know what I mean? Like Zay Flowers is all right, but other than that, like Mark Andrews, for whatever reason, they don't want to use him anymore. Isaiah Likely can't really catch, in all fairness, right? You'd rather have Aaron Rodgers than Lamar? Well, hey, man, that's cool. I would rather have Lamar than Aaron Rodgers. We didn't even have Harmon in that game. Why didn't Henry go off? Because we didn't even use him. How many rushes? Like nothing. I'm watching him. I'm watching the game and they're playing Keontae Mitchell. Fucking somebody Ali. Like Muhammad Ali, they think is gonna be. However, stand corrected. Oh shit. Are you guys on? No. You're not even on.
Here she is.
Yeah, he had 25 carries, 94 yards, 4 yards of carry. I mean, actually, I don't actually have an excuse. I think Henry is hurt, or they just don't want to use him. You know what? I think maybe a bit of both. I think maybe he is kind of hurt, but that like I don't know, the offensive line is a little bit banged up too. I think also losing Greg Roman kind of hurt, or not Greg Roman, the offensive coordinator. He left and went somewhere, and now they're kind of not like the same, right? So up 49, have Ladd and Hampton. Opponent has Saquon. Nice. Should be good. Yeah, I think they are trying to prove that they're more of a throwing team, and I'm with you. I've thought that for a long while. They're just trying to, and like even Lamar, he just seems to try and like get everybody involved, and they just like seem to like I don't know, it just seemed to try and make everybody happy and like yeah, I don't really understand it. I don't yeah. I haven't understood it for a while because even like once they get into the playoffs, Lamar is like that. He just tries to seem to make everybody happy. Played Michael Wilson, excellent job, good job on that part. Hell yeah. 2 touchdowns. Well, that was the thing, right? They don't really have the Marvin Harrison was out and Greg Dortch was out, so that was actually a decent play. Good job, excellent work. I played Keon Coleman in what I thought was going to be the game of the year, which turned out to be potentially the game of the year in the snow. Isn't snow fun? Like, wasn't that a fun game yesterday? That was wicked. Back and forth, heavyweight fights, boom, boom. And Keon Coleman sitting there with 3.8 fantasy points. They scored 39 points. What the fuck? Man. Oh, I was like, what the hell? Started Browns D against the tight end. Cam Ward puts up a show. Honestly, I did the same thing. Did the exact same thing. I thought, and then I thought that the defense alone would win that game and they would kill it. I saw the Titans held Myles Garrett to a 4% pressure rate, the lowest ever in his career. You know, it's funny actually. You say that he's 4 sacks away from the record ever in sacks in a season. And DraftKings yesterday had him $10 pays out 70. So what's that? Like plus 700 odds to have 4 sacks and break the record. So Vegas has got the odds like he's gonna get like people just get 4 sacks in a game. Like like that's a thing. Oh, man, I laughed. I laughed so hard. It's like, yeah, he might do it, but we don't want you to make any money off of it. I thought he might have did it yesterday too, but I don't know. And that's like I said, who thought the answer to all of our problems was Shador Sanders? Any quarterback controversy you would have had, you should have just gone with Shador Sanders. Oh, I'm so butthurt in my one league. The guy benched Lamar for Tyrod Taylor right before the game. He thought he was like the smartest man in the world. And he fucking he got minus 2 points. My team just duffed it though. That's like I said. I had Coleman going. I had Christian Watson actually didn't do too bad. Can I get him anywhere else? I don't think I can. Yeah, Watson did wicked. Bowers finally did something. Devin Neal did wicked. Washington's defense and my quarterback. That one sucked, man. That one hurt. And Justin Jefferson getting 2 catches for 11 yards. That hurt. I didn't understand that one, especially when I'm watching Oliver get friggin' Brown up for a big game tonight. I would assume he's in line for the same type of games that he's been having, somewhere around the 7-8 catch mark. Because even like on his bad games, he's had good games, PPR wise, right? So.
Oh, sorry, babe.
Seriously?
It's a terrible throw.
Yeah, it was. Why don't you throw it that way?
Girl. You want me in trouble.
So like, yeah, he's had yeah, this game he got 4 catches but 121 yards. But even the other games he's had 11 catches. So last 3 games, 12 targets, 10 targets, 11 targets. So I mean, it's pretty much funneled through him and somewhat Devontae Smith. I'm hoping that I mean, I'm hoping that they all have a big game. I'm hoping Jalen Hurts just goes completely nuts tonight because I need 20 points in. I need 20 points in the one league from AJ Brown, and I need 60 points in the other league from Jalen Hurts and Devontae Smith. So I'm hoping for a big game tonight. I'm hoping that the narrative on both teams that their defense is great is stinky, and we get lots of points tonight. That being said, I'm not really sure if that happens, but we go from there. Yeah, what does it say here? Damn, LA's defense is ranked number 2 in the league. Oh man.
Look at it.
And actually they're worse against the run than they are the pass, so
Oh, right here.
but yeah. So I'm hoping for a big game. Last time they played was apparently 4 years ago, and LA beat them 27-24. So they have to avenge the loss, as they say. Ross Tucker. Yeah, so I'm hoping for a lot of points too, but that's just me. Some people are not. Kansas City is not looking too good, eh? Colts Jones to have surgery. He's dead, eh? That sucks. I don't know if you heard that one, but he has a broken fibula on his one side, and he had an ACL injury on his other leg because he was trying to make up for or compensate for the injury by playing more on his other leg. That sucks. This guy definitely got the boom laid on him. Oh, that was amazing to watch too. That kind of sucked because like I have Rice and I need him going forward, but yeah, that guy killed him. He was dead. Dead after that one. Who's Kansas City play next one? They're another tough matchup next week though, I think. What? Chargers. Oh, another division matchup? Oh yeah. Well, we'll hope for the best from this week because we're gonna probably get a test. I'm gonna need everything I can get. Is that what's gonna happen? Probably. Who's his team? That's what he was talking about. We're gonna play each other. Oh yeah. Why did it go to the internet? I don't want the fucking internet. Who's he got? Bo Nix? Stinky. Puka. Ugh. That's a good one to have. Who are they playing? Green Bay? You're not gonna have Bo Nix as your quarterback. I'll probably have Jacoby Brissett playing Houston. Ayo, this guy's got to get a quarterback. It looks like. Actually, the funniest part of the Buffalo game was was Jamar Chase that cost me my my parlay. The touchdowns. Actually, this is all right. His team's got tough matchups next week. As much as his team's been doing really well, they've got tough matchups. Jesus Christ. Tony Pollard, 161 yards, 2 touchdowns against Cleveland's defense. Holy Mackinac. Blake Corum, 12 carries, 128 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Holy Mackinac. Playing Dallas next week. Might not be too bad. Oh, Nakua's LA's playing Dallas next week. Oof. Nakua's might go nuts. Or Detroit, sorry. Nakua might go nuts. Washington playing the Giants, but that'll be with Marcus Mariota. Could be all right. Dude, your team sucks. Like, I don't understand what this guy's saying. My team's amazing, bro. Like, it's like the best team in the world. Like, I'm like, got the best team. Your team stinks. Ty Johnson might be a good play there. He'll probably do the double tight end. Isaac, what's up? What's up? Going through my matchup next week. His team's got a bunch of. Actually, I could have just done that. Team's got a bunch of tough matchups, which is wicked. His quarterback's playing Green Bay, and then his other quarterback is playing Houston. Ayo, I'm excited. Nice. Want the Chargers to win. I want the Chargers to win too, but I need 60 points. The bottom one, I need 60 points from Hurts and Devontae Smith. So I don't really care who wins. I just want my points. That being said, I do want LA to win too. Hopefully, Justin Herbert has a big game and Philly's forced to throw, and we can both get good. We can both get good. Get what we want. Yeah, his receivers have got pretty good matchups, but his running backs tough, and his quarterback tough. My team good next week? I know Rice is not good. No bueno. Philadelphia plays Las Vegas. Should be good. Green Bay plays Denver. Might hurt Josh Jacobs, but it shouldn't be too bad. Oh, Christian McCaffrey plays Tennessee. Oh, yeah, baby. Give me all of that. Ayo. Bam. Yes. Kelsey plays the Chargers. You know he's going to come out on fire next game. He's going to be pissed after the interception that cost him this game. I'm thinking Kelsey next week, maybe 2 touchdowns. Hey, do we put a little something on Kelsey 2 touchdowns? 170 points this week. Nice. I don't even think I got 170. I got 170 in 2 leagues combined. That's awesome. Wicked job, man. Yeah, my team's had a bunch of Duffville. To be fair, there was a few games there where I thought would go completely different. And I was wrong. That's wicked. Who'd you have? Everybody, right? It sounds like. Sounds like some Puka, maybe. Michael Wilson. Chase Brown. Some T. Higgins action. No way you're a Carolina Panthers fan. That's funny as hell. Yeah, I don't know what the hell to do with kicker though, man. Like for real, it sounds like we got to draft Brandon Aubrey super early next year because he's like the best, and they play in domes all the time, so it doesn't affect him at all. DK Metcalf is probably going to get played next week. I benched him this week, and that wasn't a very good idea. Honestly, I benched him because for Keon Coleman. I thought that Aaron Rodgers was dookie, so I didn't want any part of him. And then I thought that I thought the Buffalo game was going to be a high scoring, wicked game, which it turned out to be. Except Keon Coleman didn't get none of it. 3 catches for like 30 yards. What the hell? Yeah, the one league, we had some tough decisions that we made that resulted in not very good point gettings. That was a tough pill to swallow when I ended up seeing that. That was hurting. We kind of duff filled that one. But we move on. 2 leagues we got playoffs coming up next week. I'm excited for my team in that one. What do we got here? Should be good to go in this one. Might have to just put DK back in both leagues. Hey, Rodriguez playing the Giants. Holy Mackinac. This one's only got 1 flex position, so we gotta really be weary of our picks in this one. Versus Miami. You didn't do nothing this week. 9 points. I guess that's all you can expect from your kicker. Can't really expect too much. That's how you get let down. Then you get friggin' 25 points from Brandon Aubrey. Like, get out of here with that. Get that garbage out of here. I wonder, is Lamar going to do well again against Cincinnati? Like, frig, man. We have Lamar against Cincinnati, and he duffs it, and Baltimore loses. And then they go play Buffalo and just get completely annihilated. Like, I don't get it, man. I don't understand this at all. Why don't things work out when we need them to, but they do every other time? I guess we have to start Lamar. I don't know how we start Lamar with any sort of confidence next week after the game he had against Cincinnati. But then you've seen what they did against Buffalo, and you're kind of like, you almost need to start him. So, it looks like I'm green skies all across the board. That's cool. Yeah, we'll put this over here. This is what we'll do. Actually, we can just put him in here. Put DK in. Questionable. What did he do? Stomach. What? Dealing with a stomach issue? Experiencing stomach pains. What did he get? An emergency appendectomy, maybe? Metcalf wound up staying overnight in Baltimore, but he was cleared to fly back to Pittsburgh on Monday. It's unclear how the injury will affect the status for Week 15 with the Dolphins, but he would be afforded an extra day to rest and recover before the Monday nighter. According to Eden Rappaport, Metcalf experienced stomach pains on the team flight. Oh, it sounds like he just got food poisoning or something. That's all right. Yeah, and he was dookie for the last little while. It was like, man, ugh. Metcalf was able to log his first 100-yard performance since week one. Also, while logging his highest reception and yardage total of the campaign, given his track record this season remains difficult to trust. Though he does enter a fairly favorable Week 15 matchup against the Dolphins, should be all right. Like, I think we gotta start him. And then I don't know, man. Do we start? Damn, we gotta start him too. I have Aaron Jones on the bench. I also have Chris Rodriguez, who is playing the Giants, which could be a good thing. But I don't know about what's going on with Marcus Mariota. Is that a good thing for him? 10 rushes for 52 yards. Dude averages 5.2 yards per carry, literally, and you don't give him more than 10 rushes. I mean, yeah. To be fair, the game got out of hand real quick. Got the ball on the team opening drive and starting to get a respectable 4 carries for 32 yards on the freaking. Wow. 4 carries for 32 yards on the opening drive, and then they didn't use him again for the rest of the game. Like, what the hell? Also, they didn't even use him to get in the end zone. They just freaking passed it. I don't understand. I'm confused.
Go.
Super confused. Super confused. Don't know what to do. We should win next week. Hey, and this league we should win next week. Heyo. Bingo bango. I don't want to get too forward. Jesus. We actually have green skies all ahead. If we can get on a roll here, it looks like I got a good chance to go somewhere with this. Bingo, bango, bongo. And then this next week in this league, hey man, frig, I'm actually half excited. This one is going to be a little bit tougher. Oh, I don't know if I want to do against Kansas City. And then Cleveland's defense. What the heck anymore? 140. Oh, damn, we got a good projection for next weekend. Christian McCaffrey's going to come back. Whiskey Ron, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Christian McCaffrey's going to come back off a bye week, lead me to the promised land. Damn. No way. Both leagues, man. If I can get past the first round, thinking of dropping Judkins. Damn. Dropping Judkins. So I actually value Judkins really high. I kind of value him the way that we used to value Nick Chubb. You know, a really good asset for our team. So I wouldn't consider dropping Judkins, but that being said, context, who we looking to pick up? Who else are we playing that we're dropping Judkins? Because I'm actually really high on him, but I could, hey man, I could get behind dropping anybody. I'm not going to advise it. Some guys I just won't advise, but I could get behind anything, right? If you think it's going to be good for your team. My whole thing is I just don't want, like, I don't want, what's his face? I don't want Judkins going off on somebody else's team Because at the same time, like they've got Chicago this week, which isn't a terrible matchup. Then next week they play Buffalo, who's given up almost 6 yards a carry. Thinking of picking up Kincaid, need another tight end. Maybe for Kincaid, I might not do that. Who else do we have to drop? I would pick up Kincaid if I could. It sounds like you're not. See, it sounds like you're not even going to play him, but that's the thing. Like, I wouldn't drop him because I am still high on him. So if he goes off against you in the playoffs, that would suck. Like, for real, for real. So I wouldn't drop him outright. I could get behind not playing him under the right circumstances. But like last week, next week they play Green Bay. Or no, sorry, Chicago. And Josh Jacobs just went for almost 100 yards on Chicago, 86 yards and a touchdown. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'd want to play against that in the playoffs to drop him outright, but under the right circumstances, I could get behind picking or benching him. Just keep him after figure things out. Who else do we have? Like, can we drop anybody? Do we have nobody else to drop? I mean, at this point of the season, the roster kind of, you don't really need too much on your team. But I would definitely consider picking up Kincaid. Why do we need another tight end? That's interesting. JMO maybe. I mean, with Amon Ra, he's definitely not as good as we want him to be. And he's got the tendency to kind of fall off the grid when we need him the most. Who are they playing next week? LA. Could be all right. That'll be in a dome at least. Actually, that'll be in a dome at least. What's his face? Jared Goff does a lot better in a dome than he does outdoors. So, yeah, who's our tight end that we need another one, or are we just looking for another one in particular? I mean, Kincaid isn't a bad option. Don't get me wrong, but you can tell. Like, I don't know if you watch that game at all, but you can see that Josh Allen really likes both of them, so he really likes Dawson Knox also. So I don't think that we're gonna start Kincaid and he's got to get the huge game that we want him to get. That's just because Josh Allen's not the type of quarterback to really. That's the thing too. Like, he's not the type of quarterback to just pepper one receiver with targets. He kind of like he just takes what the defense gives him, right? And that's not always beneficial.
Like no toy left.
No, exactly, yeah.
Thanks for this garbage, right?
Should be.
We'll get Buffy a new one.
Yeah, that's fine.
We'll get you a new one, baby. I'm gonna see what I can do.
AJP, what's up? What's up? Doing fantastic, thank you. Kind of upset at myself. Little bit upset about how that Baltimore game went. But other than that, we're still living. We're still breathing. Ain't no thing. We'll get past it. 2 leagues, I'm going into the playoffs. And it looks like I have a real good chance to win both leagues next week. And so I am a Ravens fan, yes. So then we go to semifinals, and we kind of try and pick up somebody if we can here and there. Shorten up our roster, hope for the best. Then we get to the finals, and we could probably more or less split the pot, right? Unless you guys play winner take all, which is savage.
No.
Couldn't imagine getting all the way to the finals, losing, and then get none. Some of your players in those leagues where you can win it all. So in the one league, I mean, if Lamar is goes back to himself. I'm excited for that. We got Lamar, AJ Brown, DK Metcalf, Bijan, Jalen Warren, Jalen Waddle, Mark Andrews if they can figure it out. And then I got Houston's defense. And Houston's defense actually has 2 really good schedules. So they play Arizona next week, which they should annihilate. And then they play Las Vegas, which exactly that. Like, my defense should pretty much carry me. So, yeah, if Lamar can do what he does, and then friggin' Cincinnati's the worst against tight ends. So they play Cincinnati in next week. So in theory, he should go off. Bijan's got a good matchup next week too. Playing Tampa Bay. Devin Neal just went for 80 yards and a touchdown against them, so he should do well. I'm excited for that matchup. And then the next one, I have Jalen Hurts, Devontae Smith, Rashee Rice, DK Metcalf again, which is funny because I'm a Baltimore Ravens fan. In the one league, I have 3. Actually, it's funny that I didn't even think about that. I have a legit chance to win with 3 Pittsburgh Steelers on my team. I have DK Metcalf, Jalen Warren, and Chris Boswell, the kicker. Damn, isn't that ironic? Like, for real. I have a real opportunity to win the championship with 3 Pittsburgh Steelers on my team. Yeah, no, the other league I have Josh Jacobs and Christian McCaffrey. Like, yeah, Jalen Hurts, Devontae Smith, Rashee Rice, Josh Jacobs, Christian McCaffrey, Travis Kelce, and then I picked up that Neal guy from New Orleans. If what's-his-face doesn't have any I'm a Steelers fan, by the way. Ayo. It's all good, man. Honestly. Yo, Team 2 is nuts, dude. I have the most points in the league, and I'm in first place. Like, legit. Like this, and then my next week's matchup on Yahoo is mostly green. Projected to get 145 points. Like, yeah, this team is nuts. We've been the most points all year. Most points for a lot of points against too. Like, it's not even like my team is getting lucky. Yeah, this team is crazy. I love it. Full PPR. My first round pick was freaking Christian McCaffrey. I don't and the thing that's the funniest too is, like, I kind of like, I don't want to say hate because hate's a strong word, but I really don't like having Jalen Hurts and Devontae Smith on my team as that stack. And it's like I don't really love it, and I don't even really know why I did it. Looking back now, like, I don't even know where I thought that would be a good idea, because it's been nothing short of a headache, like, all year. And yet I have the most points in the league and I'm first place. That's how it always works out. The team that you love ends up duffing it. That's that team up top, 80 points. I'm about to lose out of the playoffs because of that. And I really liked that team at the start of the year. And that team's dookie. For most of the year, I spent the year at in the bottom, in the basement, last place. Then ended up moving up to 8th, but I'm 8th and that guy's 9th place, so he beat me. He's got more points, so he'll probably, unless I get super lucky, I'm all but eliminated. But yeah, no, I'm super excited. The only problem with Team 2 League is I'm playing the second most points in the league. And, like, it's shitty because the winner of that game is probably going to win the league. Like, our teams are nuts. But his team has, like, dookie matchups. And his team is dookie. His name is Pukaki Party because he's got Puka. And that's pretty much what his team reminds me of. To be fair, he's got Brandon Aubrey, right? His kicker. So, like, if the kicker doesn't get 25 points, then, you know, it's a completely different league. Basically, you have the championship game, first round. Yeah. 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 It is. It's the 2 highest scoring teams. The two teams that are like the best in the league, yeah, playing in the first round. But yeah, no, I'm excited. I'm excited. Christian McCaffrey's got a good matchup next week. He's probably going to go for 40. Who's he got? He's got Tennessee next week. I just put him in. Yeah, he's got Tennessee. The only one really that scares me is Josh Jacobs is playing Denver. But like he should do well anyways. Hurts and Devontae Smith, they play Las Vegas. They should kill him. Devin Neal, assuming Kamara doesn't play, should do well against Carolina. And then we've got DK Metcalf, who hopefully they keep it going, right? That would be wicked. That's what I'm hoping for. And then I've got Travis Kelce playing in the tight end position. And he did Dookie this week, and they play the Chargers next week, which is a big divisional matchup where they need the win. So I'm excited for Kelce next week. I'm excited for Taylor Swift's boyfriend next week. I think unless he's just washed, you know what I mean? Like at this point, he's got so much shit going on in his life that I can see he just doesn't really care too much, right? Kelce scares me out of all those guys. You know what? You're not wrong. And at the beginning of the year, I drafted Kelce as a what if. Like he could very well be Duffville population him, but what if he's not, right? What if he goes out with a bang and this is the last year and he's kills it? Because like at the same time, like he's the most trusted with Patrick Mahomes, and you can tell that even through everything that Mahomes still trusts Kelce, and in a I need it moment, that's where the ball's going. So more often than not, he makes those catches. Last night, fuck, you know what I mean? The worst part about last night was I put a live bet in for Kansas City to come back and win right before that interception happened. Like, because I did it on the right before the drive happened, right? So I was like, no. You trust waivers for playoffs? Michael Wilson, Tony Parler, Jalen Wright, anyone else? I mean, at the same time, Jalen Wright's still the backup in Miami. And so I don't know how much I would trust the backup in a playoff game for me, like in a must win. He had a lot of extra run right there because the game got out of hand really quick. And so they just want to keep A-Chain as fresh as they can, would be my thoughts. But yeah, and I'm with you, AJ. Mike Wilson, I would trust for sure. Because we've seen even with Harrison in. So, and also Greg Dortch is out for 4 weeks. So, like, you've got the starter and his backup. Like, he's the backup. And then excuse me, his backup is injured. So, like, out of the top 3 receivers on the team, 2 of them are injured, right? And Dortch is on injured reserve. So that's for at least the next 4 weeks. How is Michael Wilson still on waivers? And to answer your question, yes, he would be my top waiver pickup. You should have picked him up this week. Man, I would have told you to pick him up this week. Damn, that sucks. That's my bad, man. I should have mentioned that. That's insane. Totally insane. Because he's been nuts since Harrison went off. Unless you're in a small league. I could see that. I could see a small league, him still being available, because I'm in a 10-man league, and there's a lot of players. Yeah, 10-man league. 10-man league is I could see it, but yeah, no, you're not wrong. 30+ point games, like those are the guys that you add. Like that's the whatchamacallit, Rico Dowdle game. Like if you didn't add Rico Dowdle before his 30-point game, you definitely added him after that. And then Michael Wilson's been going nuts for a couple weeks now too. That's crazy that he hasn't been picked up because it's been a few weeks now. I didn't even think I had to talk about him. To be fair, small leagues, right? You get I'm with you too. Like, not so much. That's a brutal backfield. Hubbard play well. No, and that's the thing too, right? And see, that's where my thing was. What's his face? Rico didn't outplay Chuba to get the starting gig, right? Chuba just got injured, and then Rico kept it because he was doing well while he was out. So yeah, it's a messy backfield, and like Hubbard is the number one there. As much as we liked what Rico did for us, and it was cool, and I was totally bitter that I didn't get him, and I just watched him go nuts for a couple weeks. He also had his dud weeks, right? And at the same time, he didn't win it because he did better. He won it because the guy was injured and then he did well. So play Wilson over Metcalf, Flowers, or Wandale. So if we're in full PPR, I'm going to play Wilson probably over Flowers. In a playoff game where it's a must win, as much as it's against yeah, that's crazy, man. 3 out of the last 4 weeks, he's gone over 20 fantasy points, and 2, he's gone over 30. Man, your league's been sleeping. That's all I can say. But no, and that's exactly what I was going to say. Not PPR. So I mean, he still had 140 yards and 2 touchdowns. He is better in PPR. Who's the Giants playing? They're playing Washington, which got beat up last week, right? If I'm not mistaken. So to be fair, I had him, dropped him when I thought Marvin was. And you know what? No, I don't blame you. I don't blame you on that one because that was the thing. And honestly, like I might have not suggested that, but I would have totally got on board with that. I have the backup and the starter's coming back, so in theory, the starter should take over, right? And so I'm with you on that one. As good as he was doing, that's what I find when it's not as easy as running backs with receivers to just pick up the backup and play. Like we saw in Carolina, the starter goes down, you pick up the backup, and it's plug and play. You also saw in Arizona where the starter goes down, and then all of a sudden some random guy comes up. Texas, thank you so much for the gifts. You are awesome. So I could have got behind maybe not dropping Wilson, but definitely benching Wilson while Harrison came back. And like you said, 10-man league, sometimes you got to make some sacrifices. I understand that. But yeah, that being said, I mean, Washington is not going to be a tough matchup for the Giants next week, especially with Jackson Dart coming back. Honestly, I wish that New York would play Jameis Winston more. That was a fun experiment. I liked that one. Just let Jackson Dart kind of heal up a little bit, but who are we to say? But yeah, that being said, I like PPR. I like Wandale more in PPR. But yeah, I can't damn, look at this guy making moves. I like that. That was all right. Damn, that worked out well. But yeah, I mean, honestly, I can't. I'm with AJP on that one. I can't with any. Yeah, that's totally a steal of a trade, man. That's wicked. I mean, unless Rodriguez starts like killing it. Last game was kind of different. You can't really. It got out of hand real quick. So next game will kind of be the telltale because they play the Giants. So he could very well go nuts. He also did have 52 yards on 10 carries, so it's not like he duffed it. Like that's 5 yards a carry. Yeah. So I mean, like that could be a good trade for both ends, actually. Like I don't know how much of a steal. Last week, yeah, it looked like a steal, but I think that could end up being a good trade for both. But yeah, I don't know how I can tell you to start Zay Flowers in a must-win playoff game with any sort of confidence. And I'm a Baltimore Ravens fan, so trust me, that pains me to say. Like it really does. Seattle defense has been killing it. Who does Seattle play? I don't actually have any Seattle players. Actually, I have Charbonnet. I can look. Does Seattle have good matchups? Are they good going forward for the playoffs? I mean, I don't expect them to slow down. That being said, who's their matchups? That being said, 2 weeks ago they played a backup quarterback playing a rookie quarterback playing his first start on the road in Seattle. So that's not a very good comparison, right? Or baseline to see. Then last week, they played Atlanta, which I mean Atlanta just forgot how to play all of a sudden. I don't understand that. But at the same time, Atlanta's not very good. So they play Indianapolis. That's a great play this week. You know what? They play Indianapolis, LA, Carolina. The only one I'm really kind of worried about is LA. But at the same time, it's at home, right? It's a better thing it's a better place for them to play as opposed to in LA. So I like that. But yeah, next week they should kill it. So yeah, I think they're a really good defense for the playoffs, at least for the first week. They got a backup quarterback that's going to start. Maybe we look somewhere else if we can for week 16 against the Rams, but maybe not, right? And then against Carolina, yeah, they should kill that. So yeah, I don't mind Seattle at all. Have JSN, Flowers, Wandale, Metcalf, non-PPR, figure probably playing Metcalf. JSN, that's a given. Yeah, no, I understand. Honestly, I would do that too. And then I would flex Wilson. So do we have 2 wide receivers, 2 running backs, 1 flex? I'm assuming that's what you're talking about. Because definitely JSN next week, obviously. And Metcalf. Yeah, Metcalf over Flowers and Wandale. Current flex is Henry. Damn. Who's your other running backs? You got to tell us now. Dude's flex, JT, Bijan, and Henry. So all things being equal, I might bench JT. I'm not telling you what to do with your team, and I'm not advising sitting your first round draft pick and somebody that has been the best player in the league for the entirety of the season. I'm just pointing out the facts that I just noticed that they're playing Seattle. They're going to have a backup quarterback playing in his first game. And I think that Seattle is going to do a very good job of taking JT out of the equation. So I'm not advising playing and sitting any of those guys. I'm just presenting the facts as they are. Also, how the hell do you have JT, Bijan, Henry, and JSN? Jeez Louise. Your league mates are sleeping. Yeah. I'm just thinking that JT's got the hardest matchup, man. Yeah, and you got JT in the end of the second round? That's crazy. I'm afraid to play Jake London in the playoffs. You know what? And I was thinking the same thing. What happened to Kirk Cousins? Did he just fall off a cliff? He just forgot how to play football all of a sudden? This dude was one of the best quarterbacks in the league for a while and really did well. I don't understand. Traded for Henry. Who did you trade for Henry? Thinking about playing Christian Watson. And you know what? I don't know how you can sit Christian Watson. Another 2 touchdowns yesterday. He seems to be I wouldn't call it the de facto number 1, but he seems to be Jordan Love's first at worst second look always. So no, I don't hate that at all. Maybe in PPR. Traded Devontae Adams and Breece Hall for Derrick Henry. Talking to a Baltimore Ravens fan. That was a wicked trade. What are you talking about? Should I pick up Bryce Young? I have Mahomes and Herbert. I'm a Ravens fan too. Damn it. So that's why we made the trade. You know what? That's not a bad trade, but yeah, Adams has been killing it. And honestly, we we traded for what we thought was the best running back in the history of the game, and we don't actually understand why he's not being treated as if he's one. So no, I actually like that trade. Yeah, looking back, it's kind of a bad trade, but at the same time, Brees Hall hasn't been much either. So I would pick up Bryce Young. I don't know if I have any confidence playing him. Obviously, the answer is Shador Sanders. No, exactly. And Adams is super TD dependent. But at the same time, Adams is he's used as like their goal line back, right? So he's kind of he's touchdown dependent, but he kind of gets those touchdowns, what, 15 on the year, 14. So but yeah, no, honestly I don't hate that trade. It's not bad. Honestly, Brees Hall's not anything bad. So you traded Devontae for Derrick Henry, which is a perfectly good trade. I would love to give you my opinion on your fantasy situation. D. Harrison, what's happening? Kendall, does Daniel Jones help or hurt JT's fantasy production? Honestly, I don't really know. See, that's what I was saying. I don't really know how we play JT. Like, I understand he's been the best running back in football. I understand he's been an MVP candidate. I understand he's carried our team for the whole season, and I'm not suggesting doing anything. I just present the facts as they are. They're going to be playing with a rookie quarterback on the road in Seattle, and we saw what happened in Minnesota when that happened. So Seattle made their quarterback look dumb, look really silly. So I am not as high on JT as I was earlier in the year. That being said, I have noticed myself, I try to talk up the players that I have and try to talk down the players I'm against. And that's just a little bit of bias on my end, and I'll give you that. But I also I you can't ignore the facts. And the facts are they're going to be playing a rookie quarterback in his first start on the road in Seattle. And so I honestly don't think that JT's value has been good for the last little bit, right? Daniel Jones has been dealing with a broken fibula. Their schedule is tough, and you're not wrong. If anybody can overcome bad quarterback play, it is definitely JT. I'm just saying the cards are really stacked against him. Starting Baker or Bo Nix for the playoffs in my super flex. Honestly, Bo's playing Green Bay, and I don't know. See, the problem with Bo Nix right now is they're winning, and so he doesn't need to be crazy good. He had that really wicked game against New York where he had to come back and score 100 points in the fourth quarter, which he did. But other than that, he hasn't really been too good from a fantasy perspective, but they're winning. So he's been wicked from a real life perspective. And so I don't know that Sean Payton kind of wants to fix what's not broken. And for that reason, I don't think that I don't think that Bo Nix has to be as good as we need him to be for fantasy. And especially against Green Bay. I mean, what did Caleb Williams do last week? Was Caleb Williams was he serviceable? I know they made a big comeback. And I'm not saying that Bo Nix isn't capable of doing that. So Caleb Williams got 20 fantasy points. So that's not terrible. I think that's probably what we can expect from Caleb or from Bo Nix next week, more or less. You know what I mean? Holding on to Trey Benson. Oh, dude, I've been holding on to Trey Benson forever. And at this point, I'm kind of stuck with the. But I mean, at this point, you know what? I was holding on to Trey Benson too, and now I'm out of the playoffs. So, yeah, I don't know. And honestly, though, like even if he comes back, like, do we even really want to play him? Because next week, or not next week, but like even if he comes back, there's DeMarcado that's been good. There's Bam Knight that's been good. They still have uh, Michael Carter there. So yeah, like I mean, even if he comes back, It's not like we're going to be playing him, and especially you with all those running backs, you ain't playing him over any of those. That being said, I don't know that I would drop him just in case, right? We don't want him to play against us in the playoffs and do well. So I think just in case, I wouldn't drop him. But I do think Justin Jefferson is going to go completely nuts next week because I'm out of the playoffs. And next week would be the first round of playoffs. And because I'm not in them, they're playing Dallas. And I think he's going to go completely nuts. Justin Jefferson over everything next week. 2 touchdowns. I've kind of got a 2 touchdown parlay going on, eh? Thinking Travis Kelce 2 touchdowns. Thinking Justin Jefferson 2 touchdowns. I'm thinking maybe. Justin, next week I have to sit 1. Collins, Metcalf, Watson, Higgins. So is that T. Higgins or Jaden Higgins? Because I would sit Jaden Higgins just because I don't want to play 2 wide receivers. My opponent has Jefferson and A-Chain. His team scares me. T. Higgins? Okay. So I don't know how we I don't know how we sit T. Higgins after a 2 touchdown game. I like Metcalf, Watson, Higgins. Who's Houston's playing Arizona? So I'm not gonna bench my first. What is it? Collins was drafted 1, maybe number 2, number 3 at worst as your top wide receiver. I'm not gonna suggest benching him. I am, however, just not loving him the way that I used to. How did he do yesterday? Did he do well with? Because ever since CJ Stroud's come back, he's kind of been dookie, and like he's been dookie with CJ Stroud. I really liked him with. Damn, man, Rick, I appreciate that, man. That means so much to me. Thank you so much. Damn. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. That's wicked, man. I appreciate that. But yeah, so I don't love Collins the way that I loved him with Davis Mills because Davis Mills was perfect for him. He just threw him the ball and let him make the catches. CJ Stroud, 4 catches, 121 yards, okay, but still 8 targets, only 4 catches. So I mean, that's a decent game against Kansas City, a tough Kansas City defense. So I can't say too much about that. And so CJ Stroud, what did he throw? 203 yards and 120 went to Nico Collins. So there you go. I think that is yeah, they all got over 20. So now you're like, how do I start them all? No, I'm with you 100%. So I really can't say anything bad about that. That's what we kind of want is our star receiver getting half of the quarterback's yards. That's wicked. Who did they play next week? They play Arizona, who just got lit up by Puka Nacua. So I think, honestly, I think we sit Christian Watson. Collins did really well. Metcalf's got a Monday night game. I mean, like I honestly don't really care for Pittsburgh, so I might sit Watson out of those 4. But the Monday night game kind of has some allure to me, so I kind of like that. I tend to play Monday night guys just because that has a certain allure to me. And then I can't really advise sitting Collins, T Higgins in Cincinnati. They really funnel their targets right between Jamar Chase and T Higgins and Chase Brown. So you kind of know what you're getting in that aspect. Not because I want to, but I think for those reasons, I might sit Christian Watson. For me, it's between Watson and DK Metcalf, and really the only deciding factor is that one plays on Monday night, so I tend to lean towards the Monday night games just to give me something to watch, right? Nothing else other than that, and so I don't. That's my only deciding factor. I know that was a lot there. I hope that helps. I hope it works out. I really do. Damn, this dude's got 4 wide receivers. Who'd have thought, man? Good pickup, Christian Watson. I picked him up in my one league, but it won't mean anything because I got knocked out of the playoff race. But alrighty, guys, I got to get out of here. That was awesome. You guys are wicked. Thank you very much for taking time out of your busy schedule to be here with me. Thank you so much for the questions and the back and forth. You guys are awesome. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. Go ahead and hit that follow button. Subscribe if you haven't. Share this with your friends. Let's make it happen. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. An even better week ahead. Good luck tonight in the Monday night matchup, and let's make it happen. Thank you very much for joining me.